Our goals every year are to win games in the Patriot League, make the Patriot League tournament, win games in the Patriot League tournament, and then ultimately get to the NCAA tournament.
We got to do a better job. We had a great practice yesterday. Got a little sloppy to the end mentally. Can't happen today.
Our smaller goals are to work hard every day and get better every day, and that ultimately leads to our larger goals.
Envision yourself doing the stuff that we do in practice or in the game.
All right?
We win on Saturday, boys.
We win on Saturday tonight. Let's go.
On Saturday tonight, boys. Team on three. 1, 2, 3.
One goal is to first make sure we got good guys in the program, and guys that are doing the right things on and off the field. So I guess my number one priority is to be a mentor both on and off the field. So for me, it's important to make sure we understand expectations. We're holding the guys accountable for those expectations, but we're also making sure the guys know when they reach the expectations that they're doing a good job. And for us, me especially, it's to making sure we have 46 guys on the same page that are doing the same things, that are representing the program well, their families, themselves, and ultimately the lacrosse program.
Switch.
Bring it up, baby.
That's a great pick.
It's a long grind in the fall, baby. You feel like there's no end at the light of the tunnel, but there is, baby. And that end is beating Hofstra and beating
Something that we started 2 years ago is the hammer, and it's something that we developed as a coaching staff as the core values and the core philosophy of the program is always trying to be a hammer. A hammer is tough, a hammer does the right things, a hammer holds himself accountable, a hammer never quits. All things that we felt that embodied what we wanted to be on a daily basis, but also what our program, basically what we think that should be in the DNA of our program. And so what we've done is, create this culture, create in one word, typifies and really kind of exemplifies what we want our guys to be on a daily basis, and it's the hammer. We talk about hammer being a hammer off the field, being a hammer on the field. We give out daily hammer stickers to reward the guys who are, doing the things we want them to do, both on and off the field. We feel like the culture has shifted. We feel that, this program is just scratching the surface and we're heading the right direction. Now the tough part is maintaining the culture, protecting the culture. Make sure you're doing the right things on a daily basis. Make sure that, we're doing the right things all together, make sure it's 46 guys on one page. That's the hard part, and we talk about, with our guys is holding each other to a standard. And I think that's one of the hardest things for any group to do is be able to stay on the same page, but then also, keep everybody on the same page. And so we've really tried to focus this year on make sure we maintain that culture and make sure we're protecting that culture, and that's ultimately going to get us to our goals if we can all do that.
Come on, you can't step down. Look, he wants to go down. Let him go. Right, let him go. If he goes down, you're fast enough to catch up. The only thing you can do is dive across the crease.
That's my first step, my first job. On top of doing the lacrosse thing right and make sure we're getting better every day. But for me, that's the most important piece is make sure we're doing everything on and off the field properly.
You gotta stay down the side. That's it. Down the side. All right. Yeah. So you're going down the side.
From a daily standpoint, everything starts in the morning with all the coaches coming in and. We usually have a meeting around 10 a.m. To sit down and talk about what our goals are that day and what we want to have in that day and what we want to get out of practice and out of the guys, whether it be a skill set that we want to improve upon.
We have to get the ball through X or roll back, get it through up top. Let's re-attack the backside. Not the first. We're settling for the first shot right now. Okay? Do I think it's a terrible take? No.
Get on his hip and ride him out.
It all depends on that day's goals, and from there. We design a practice plan that we believe will help us reach those goals, and we come up with the timing, how many times we want to do it throughout the day. If we want to start small with a smaller group instruction, do that from a skill set standpoint. Each guy's individual development plan is very different. There are some bigger picture things that each individual player needs to be able to do, but there are certain guys that do some really unique things, and in order to bring out that uniqueness in their game, you need to practice those specific things that they can do. So each player, you know, might work.
Our smaller goals are to work hard every day and get better every day, and that ultimately leads to our larger goals.
On something a little different, just based on their skill level and what they can do and what we foresee them doing, that's going to help our offense from a bigger picture standpoint.
Practice is good. We're getting our minds right for Hofstra this weekend. We did a little EMO, a little full field, just stuff getting our bodies ready.
The goal here is to develop a player. You know, for our recruiting philosophy is it's you know, it's not where you show up your freshman year, it's where you end up your junior, senior year. And so one of our core goals from a program standpoint is player development. You know, and that's the role of the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, is making sure we're getting better every day, making sure, you know, we're focusing on the little things, making sure that the guys are doing what they're supposed to individually to build up to a good team defense, a good team offense, what ultimately, you know, helps us win games when the time comes.
Bring everything you got to the table, trust the system, do the little things right. We walk out of here.
Oh, man, let's go.
Come on, it starts now. Left out 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's get money. Show them the hard work. Let's go.
Culture is something that needs to be tended to every day, like a garden, because, you know, there's always things that you can always improve upon. You can always find ways to push guys to make sure that the culture is moving in the right direction. And I always think, you know, there's good cultures, there's perfect cultures, and it just doesn't continue to stay that way. You always need to be tending to it and making sure it's headed in the right direction.
Our alumni support is huge, and it's fantastic. Our alums are the lifeblood of the program. Goes and ranges from anywhere from financial help to mentoring help. We have several alums that are helping our seniors and juniors get internships, prepare for interviews, prepare for, you know, the next step in their college career, which is graduation and then getting a job. So, you know, from an alumni standpoint, I couldn't do this thing without our alums. You know, I think that's one of the things that separates our program from other programs in the country, is that our alums are fantastic. They care about the program. I think we're lucky to have alums that care so much about the program as our alums do. You know, and ultimately, you know, these guys are a huge part of the program and a huge part of the foundation here that's going to help us reach our goals in the future.